fight of 72. First round, and on the 73 kilogram, in white for Ukraine, Tatami. In blue for Great Britain, Aaron Turner.
Négyes szünet férfi 66 kg első forduló. Fehér csúdóruhában Őri Felicián Magyarország. Négyes Alexander Franciaország.
That's final 71 173 kilograms. The white for Botswana, Tatami. And in blue for Austria, Judo Grand-Prix. Next fight at 71. Third round, women on the 53 kilogram. In the white for Mauritius, Cristiana Lecentiu. In blue for Romania, Roxana Junca.
Hármas szünet férfi 73 kg első forduló szünete áll. Alberto Menéndez Rivera, Spanyolország, Billy Santana, Dominica. Négyes számú színegyel 273 kg első fordulójában Takács Márton, Magyarország, és Severik Győrei, Svédország.
Next fight, representing Judo. Winner, number 48 kilogram, number 1 for Japan, and the beautiful Romania Alexandra.
Hármas színegen női 55 kg első fordulójában színegen Krisztián Krasznodub, Koszovó és Sergej Bernadett Magyarország.
Next fight, 71, first round, winner from the 57 kilogram. In the white for Japan, Tatami. And the beautiful Great Britain, Becky Lynch.
Reverse on that court. Okay, cool.
Next fight on 71, first round will win on 63 kilograms. In the white for Hungary, Judo Grand-Prix. And the blue for Nepal, Tatami.
Mindjárt Tatami 92 kilóval első forduló. Fehér fordulóban Larissa Florian, Románia, kék fordulóban Marlene Utszej, Norvégia.
Yeah, copy that, mate. Cool.
egy bővőfelhívcióban első fordulójában színegel Udafelán, Japán és Balogh Daniella Magyarország. Harmadszorban szintén bővőfelhívcióban első fordulójában Julia Gábor, elefántcsontval, Ebba Glass, Svédország.
Next fight is the two first round women on the 63 kilograms. To the white from Great Britain, Lucy Renshaw. And in blue, from Macedonia, Katerina Nikoloska. Next fight on 71 first round women on the 63 kilograms. To the white from Great Britain, Amy Marcy. And in blue for Spain, Andres Lopez Aguilera.
Négyességgel bővőfelhívcióban első fordulóban színegel Johanna Müller, Németország, Viktoria Majorosova, Szlovákia. Hatvanhárom kilogramos súlyosítőpont első fordulójában a 4-es számú Tatami helyén Estefania Garcia, Ecuador és Gyulai Réka, Magyarország.
Next fight on Tatami 2, the second round for men under 60 kilograms. In the white for Uzbekistan, Judo and in blue for Hungary, Judo Grand-Prix. Next fight on Tatami 2, second round for men under 60 kilograms. The white for France, Vincent Manuel. In blue for Spain, Andres Romero.
Mindösszesen Négyes súlyon férfi 60 kg második forduló. Fehér judoruhában Joshua Katz, Ausztrália. Kék judoruban Barta Ákos, Magyarország.
Next fight, attention one, second round, under 60 kilograms, in white for Peru, Juan Portugal, and in blue for Georgia, Tatami Budapest.
Azt mondom, hogy hozott ki a széket, őket a rögtön
Prima e secondo. Energy!
Férfi 60 kg második forduló, 3-as tatami, fehér judoruhában, Judo Grand-Prix Azerbajdzsán, kék judoruban, Robinson Betelásvili, Grúzia.
Next fight at 71, second round. For number 66 kilogram. To the right for Georgia, Adrian Lopez. And the blue for Hungary, Tatami.
Férfi 60 kilóra a második forduló Frigyes Tatami. Alois Diaz, Amerikai Egyesült Államok, Aoki, Japán. Legyen férfi 60 kilóra a második fordulóban Lengyelország, Andrés Suárez, Portugália.
Next fight in the second round for man under 66 kilograms. To the white for Austria, Andreas Tiefbauer. In blue for Hungary, Samuel Lopez.
Hármas színés férfi 66 kilógram második fordulójában színegeli. Szerbi Trevor, Franciaország, Mihailov, Jon, Moldova.
bronze for Canada 66 kilograms. In white for Slovenia, Alba. In blue for Japan, Fujisawa.
Nem kell dobnod se. Ugyanez, ballal lefogod jobbal föl. Belefér, Bence, belefér! Mozogjál oldal! Bence! Gyerünk, szívd fel magad, gyerünk!
Next fight on Tatami 2, the second round for 173 kilograms. On the right for Germany, Judo Grand-Prix. And the blue for Lithuania, Tatami. Next fight on Tatami 1, second round for 173 kilograms. On the right for Uzbekistan, Judo. And the blue for Romania, Marcel Sesea.
Hármas Tatami férfi 66 kg második forduló. Középútban Baruch Schmeier, Izrael, ellenfele Alberto Gaetano Martin, Spanyolország.
And the duel for Hungary, Judo Grand-Prix. France, Madame Clement.
A mezőnyelők 273 kg második fordulójában Rok Gracic, Szlovénia, Benjamin Axel, Franciaország. Négyes szőnyeg 273 kg második fordulójában szőnyeg előtt Mártin Polyák, Szlovénia, Györgyi Katyányi, Grúzia.
We are attacking you in the semi-final for women on the board rating from Japan, Okao. Next quarterfinal in on the 52 kg on 72. For Kosovo, Marina Kondendi. For Spain, Stella Lopez-Shady. Winner on Tatami 1 is the semi-final Judo Grand-Prix. Next fight on Tatami 1 is the quarterfinal for women on 52 kilograms. The white, and the blue opponents, Tatami and
kept things interesting for quite a while. All right, coming up next, Marty Malloy of the United States of America faces Safo Choban of Germany. It's Malloy in the white, Judogi Choban in blue. Ooh, dear oh dear. That was a shocker from Safo. Just caught absolutely cold. She just caught absolutely cold. Once in a while it's going to happen to you. You just, oh dear. Malloy got hold of Choban there. Right, we're going to see the quarterfinal in the under 63 kilo category. Tina Trsteniak of Slovenia faces Lucy Renshaw of Great Britain. It's Trsteniak in the white judogi, Renshaw in blue.
In the semi-final for women under 57 kilograms from Japan, Tatami. Next fight on Tatami 1, the quarterfinal for women under 63 kilograms. The white for Hungary, Saro Siska. And the blue for Great Britain, Amy Lacey.
Good score from Trsteniak there over on the left-hand side, just as Renshaw was looking as though she was nicely settled. Trsteniak got nice and low, good and close, and strong on the left-hand side to catch Renshaw for Wazari. So that's the lead at the moment. Well, that wasn't a bad effort from Lucy Renshaw. Got herself into a good position to attack there. Didn't quite finish off though. The right arm not as deep and as strong as she would have wished. A little over half a minute left to go. Renshaw picked up a second penalty there, this time for a false attack. She's Bazari down and putting up a good fight here. Tried to go left-sided there. But Tursteniak had that blocked. So just the single score picked up by Tursteniak there. A good effort from Lucy Renshaw. She took the current world champion the distance, only coming up with a one error. Or getting caught once. Tina Tursteniak into the semi-final. It'd be Lucy Renshaw to go down into the repechage.
The reigning world champion from Slovenia, Tina Tursteniak. Next fight on 22, quarterfinal, men under 60 kilograms. In white from Uzbekistan, Judo Grand-Prix. As for France, in blue, Tatami.
Right, we've got a quarter-final in the under 60 kilo category coming up now. The number one seed, Sharafudin Lutfilayev of Uzbekistan, facing Vincent Manquest of France. It's Lutfilayev in the white judogi and Manquest in blue.
Négyes szőnyegen győzt, és ezzel az elődöntőbe jut Florian Larissa, Románia. 57 kg-os negyedöntő következik a négyes szőnyegen. Fehér judoruhában Budapest, Japán. Kickflopban Johanna Müller, Németország.
So we come to the business end of the day then, with some really top draw fights being lined up here.
A hármas számú szőnyegen győzött és
Tatami of Japan is up against Johanna Müller of Germany down on mat number 4 as quarterfinal in the under 57 kilo category.
ellenfele Eva Klász, Svédország.
Should make for a good contest.
Golden score of Tatami 1.
So the French fighter leading by Yuko here. Few things for Lutfulayev to work out, but he's got plenty of time. There's 2 minutes and 40 odd seconds left to go.
Hármas szőnyegen győz, és most az elődöntőbe jut Tatami, Portugália. Szőnyegen 63 kg-os negyeddöntőben Katarina Becker, Ausztrália, ellenfele Sabine Belgium.
Winner of Tatami 1, and in the semi-final for women under 63 kilo from Great Britain, Amy Livesey. Next fight, Tatami 1, quarterfinal, men under 60 kilograms. In white from Kyrgyzstan, Eltar Vesayev. And in blue for Georgia, Iani Kubatatsi. The winner at Tatami 2, and in the semi-final for men under 60 kilograms. From Uzbekistan, Sharafuddin Lutfulayev. Next fight at Tatami 2, semi-final, men under 66 kilograms. In white for Uzbekistan, Misha Todorov. And in blue for Hungary, Zamori Bench.
A hármas szőnyegen győz, és ezzel a 63 kg-os elődöntőbe jut Katarina Becker, Ausztrália. kg-os negyeddöntő következik a hármas szőnyegen. Fehérben Ilgár Muskiev, Azerbajdzsán, kékben Cedric Trevor, Franciaország. 57 kg-os erődöntőbe jutott Udaka Mae, Japán. 63 kg-os negyeddöntőben még összekonurálnak. Estefania Garcia, Ecuador, ellenfele. Nagakura Mami, Japán.
Sobirov almost silenced the crowd there. Well, he did. Bringing Zambori Benza down there for Ippon.
On Tatami 2, the winner, and in the semi-final for men under 66 kilograms. The number 1 on the ranking from Uzbekistan, Sobirov.
Well, we're going to get to see Igor Vantka of Germany for the first time today. He's up against Artem Homula of Ukraine. It's Vantka in the white judogi, Homula in blue. Stay here. Let's have a look at this quarterfinal in the under 73 kilo category. It's Homula who puts the pressure on by giving Igor Vantka a double spanking here, throwing him twice. I think it is a second throw here. I think it is a second throw. Anyway, they've got the replay. They can decide whether there is any advantage, or did Igor Vantka think the action had stopped? No, on we go. 2 scores inside the first half a minute. Igor Vantka trails here.
Winner on Tatami 1 in the semi-final for men under 60 kilograms. From Kyrgyzstan, Otar Gaslia. Next fight on Tatami 1, quarterfinal men under 66 kilograms. In the white from Slovenia, Adrian Kukov. In blue for Japan, Fujisaka Tada.
Yeah, well, he did. He was just pushing too hard. Detlef Olsch recognises that as well. He's up and out of his chair. He just got caught and countered, and he was just pushing that a little bit too hard, was Igor Vanka. 3 minutes and 14 seconds to go, and he had plenty of time to try and wear Homela down, but didn't happen.
Winner on Tatami 2 and the semi-final for men now 73 kilograms from Ukraine, Artem Kovala.
Right, we've got a semi-final in the under 48 kilo category now. Endo Hiromi of Japan faces Milica Nikolic of Serbia. It'll be Endo in the white judogi, Nikolic in blue. Let's just have a look and see how the other half of the draw turned out. It was Romain Vin of France, Roman Yin of France. She'll face Violetta Dumitru of Romania. It was Chloe Rayner losing out to Roman Yin, and Papreka losing out to Violetta Dumitru. Maybe a couple of minutes before they come on board, or they make their way down there now. Have a look. Not for the time being anyway, so let's go to mat number 3. We're going to take a look at the contest between Asari Masaya of Japan and Baruch Shmailov. Just going to tidy up our little board. There's mat number 3, that quarter-final between Asari Masaya and Baruch Shmailov. This lovely thing, it's called the iCaster Layout. Terrific piece of equipment, but it maybe needs charging or something, I don't know. It's beyond my technical abilities. Anyway, Asari in the white judogi, Shmailov in blue. Chief appears to have fixed that now. He's terrific with all things electronic, so I tend to leave it up to him. He can sort those things out. Matthias Fischer, it is, head of IT. We will go down to mat 2 when it's Endo and Nikolic, but for the time being, we'll hang on here and have a look at Asari Masaya and Baruch Shmailov. No chance on the arm here, but Shmailov was lucky to get that out of there just for a moment. Sorry, looked as though he might be ripping off Shmailov's arm. Yeah, tight contest here, Asari and Shmailov, and it's Shmailov who picks up a penalty for passivity. Just giving the advantage to Asari.
Winner on Tatami 1 and in the semi-final for men on the 66 kilogram from Slovenia, Adrian Robok. Next semi-final or quarter-final, 73 kilo on Tatami 1. In the white from Romania, Marcel Cercea. And in blue for Ukraine, Dmitro Kanivets.
Minute 20 odd left to go. So just having a bit of a tap at the left leg of Shmailov there. Oh, that was nice, Wazari. Left-sided Seotoshi from Asari Masaya. And then trying to work his way in there for the Jujigatami. He can't get hold of the arm. Either the Jujigatami or an Osai Waza. Trying to get that left leg across there. He's gone for the Osai Komi. It's the Jujigatami. Didn't need the left leg in the end. Across the body. And that was the more traditional way. I remember that's the way we learned that, with the left leg, the left foot underneath the body and the right leg going across. It became very, very popular to throw both legs across, but Asari, well, he's a traditionalist. He put the left foot underneath the body and the right leg right across. Good work from Asari Masaya, catching Baruch Shmailov. We'll see Shmailov again, but it'll be in the repechage. Okay, what's coming up next? We haven't seen Endo yet, so we stick around here for yet another contest. This time it'll be Rok Dragic of Slovenia to face Faya Nigia of Gambia. Better talk to him and find out how to get that name pronounced correctly. We'll talk to him a bit later on. Right, Dragic in the white judogi, Njia in blue, or Njia. I think that could be Njia. We'll ask him, or we get ourselves too embarrassed. So, Rock Dragic winning out there over Feja Njia. We're going to have a chat with him. Coming up next then? Semi-final. Maybe they're hanging on a little bit with the semi-finals. I think they are. They're just not bringing people out as yet. We're going to go down to mat number 1 because that's the last of the judo that we've got in the opening rounds. This quarter-final between Marcel Sasia of Romania. He's up against Dimitru Kanivets of Ukraine. It's Sasia in the white judogi, Kanivets in blue. The Romanians picked up 3 penalties. Kanivets just 1, and there's a minute left to go. Last few seconds left on the clock here. Single score would win it for Sasia, but it's Kanivets who comes up with the Yuko. I'm afraid looks as though it's going to be that. Only 4 seconds left to go. No chance for Sasia to get his hands on Kanivets in that short space of time. Right, you've got the choice at home of which mat you want to watch. We're going to stick on mat number 2, I think it is, because we've got Endo Hiromi against Milica Nikolic of Serbia. That's the semi-final in the under 48 kilo category. We then follow that with Milinda Kelmendi of Kosovo against Karolina Piankowska of Poland in the under 52 kilo category, and then Marty Malloy of the United States of America. She's up against Tamaoki Momo of Japan in the under 57 kilo category. Those are the 3 semi-finals. Well, the first 3 semi-finals.
Ladies and gentlemen, in a few minutes, we will start with the repertoires for the semi-finals on all 4 mats.
So we will be on mat number 2 for that action. Endo Hiromi in the white judogi, Milica Nikolic in blue. Stay with us and we'll bring you that action in a moment.
2 minutes to go. 2 minutes to go for the next fight. On the Budapest Grand-Prix 2016.
Két perc múlva kezdődnek a döntő, elődöntő és visszamérkőzések.
First fight on Tatami 1, record charge.
Right, here we go then. Welcome back after that short break. Just a couple of minutes to get things tidied up. We're ready to get underway with the repechage contest and the semi-finals. We're going to pay close attention to the contest taking place on mat 2. The first of these is the first semi-final in the under 48 kilo category. Endo Hiromi of Japan faces Milica Nikolic of Serbia. It'll be Endo in the white judogi, Nikolic in blue. Endo came in here unseeded this morning. Well, if she was seeded number 8. Sorry. He defeated Alexandra Pop of Romania in the first round, and then the number 1 seed Tatiana Lima in the quarterfinal. Now, there she is to face Milica Nikolic. Ochigari, nice start there from Endo. Wants to work on the 21-year-old from Serbia. Chance there for the Sangaku turnover, just missed out there. Still, fancies her chances to work on the ground. 23 years old, twice the Asian champion, Endo. What a thing that the Japanese have got incredible depth at 48, 52, 57. Real quality fighters there. Asami and Kondo were battling it away for the Olympic place. Kondo won out. Asami twice a bride, I'm afraid. No, twice the bridesmaid. Twice the bridesmaid. The English saying. Just out to Fukumi in London, and now Kondo for the place in Rio. Won't be any score there. trying to work things out against Nikolic. It will be Nikolic who will get the penalty for avoiding to take a grip. Looking for the first Grand Prix medal, Nikolic. Endo should remember this venue really well, because it was in Budapest that she won the first of her world titles. I say the first because she has not only won the Cadet World Championships here in 2009, it was. She also went on to win the Junior World Championships a couple of years later, in 2011. So he's looking to tie things up with a trio of World Championships, and she gets to compete for Japan in the Senior World Championships at some stage, possibly next year again here in Budapest, because next year, 2017, this is where the World Championships will be. So it could very well be that we'll see Endo back in Budapest next year. We won't have a Grand Prix because they'll be busy organising the World Championship, so there'll be no Budapest Grand Prix next year. So we may see Endo back here competing for a World Championships. I'm just going to ask my chief what's going to happen, because he knows about the calendar, the IJF calendar for next year, when the Hungarians will be concentrating on the World Championships. They won't have a Grand Prix. What will happen? Are we replacing it with something else, or is that just not going to be on there? They did mention at the draw yesterday that there won't be a Grand Prix, so just a blank, then we just leave that out there. And it's not going to do any damage really to anyone, because although there are always points and qualification points available, by the time that it comes to the back end of the qualification, those points will have disappeared anyway. The points scored in 2017 won't matter any longer. So. And I think it is a difficult thing to put on two really, big events in a short space of time. So, but an interesting point anyway. Endo could be back here next year, looking for a senior world title. She won here in 2009, and she's just about to win this semi-final and take her place in final of the Budapest Grand Prix. And if we're going to get a chance to chat with her, we can ask her that. I'll give that piece of information to Jack Willingham, who does the interviews for the IJF at the end of the competitions. He can ask Endo whether she likes this venue. I wonder if she remembers. it's where she won in 2009. Right, Endo Hiromi on the single Yuko defeats Milica Nikolic of Serbia. It'll be Nikolic to go and fight for the bronze medal, but Endo goes into the final.
For Japan, Endo Hiromi.
Right, we've got a semi-final in the under 52 kilo category coming up next. We're just going to sneak to the adjoining mat 3, that is, to have a look and see what's happening with Roman Yin of France. She's up against Violeta Dumitru of Romania. Won't be any time left here. Oh, decides to take a drop, but it'll only be a single penalty Dumitru had picked up 2 penalties. She loses out in that semi-final. Roman Yin of France goes through, and Dumitru visibly upset about that one. It'll be Yin of France to face Endo in that final. A couple of names I've got to go and ask about. One of them is Roman Yin. We'll just check that.
A 3-as szőnyegen győzésétől a döntőbe jutott Romain Aylin, Franciaország.
The various commentators, stadium announcers have all had a bash at pronunciation, but I like to go down and ask them myself. So wander into the warm-up area and ask the French and the Gambians. I think they're here.
And in blue for Mauritius, and on Tatami 2, the semi-final for women under 52 kilograms. In white, 2-time world champion and the current European champion from Kosovo, Judo Grand-Prix. And in blue for Poland, Karolina Jankowska.
Dennis van der Geest is doing the introductions in the stadium. He's just mentioned Malinda Kelmendi. That's the contest that we're going to see on mat number 2. So get ready for that one. Malinda Kelmendi of Kosovo in the white judogi faces Karolina Jankowska of Poland in blue. Nuno Cavallo of Portugal is the referee in the middle for this one. Well, Jankowska may have been up against Kelmendi before. She knew about the big left arm coming over there, and her way of thwarting that would appear to be the Sutemi waza. So as soon as the left arm comes over, look for Jankowska to throw in some kind of attack just to break things up. If he hasn't this time, there it goes again, yeah, on the arm, why not? She loves that little attempt at Jujigatami, why not? Istria Krasniki, by the way, Kelmendi's teammate, has just won on mat 2, so she's in the final. Could be an all Kosovan final.
Hát most számúszőnyegen győzés ezzel a döntőbe jutott Istria Krasniki, Koszovó.
You know it's going to be an all Kosovan final now because of that huge left-sided Uchimata that buries Jankowska. There you go. Kelmendi and Krasniki to bash it out in the final. Well, whilst we wait for the next contests to come up, we're going to take a look at what's happening down on mat number 4, because there's a repechage contest in the under 52 kilo category, and that's Astrid Neto in the white judogi. She faces Angelica Delgado of the United States in blue. There's no score yet, and there's a little over 2 minutes left to go. That's where we are at the moment. Kelmendi and Krasniki, two Kosovans in the final of the under 52 kilo category. This to decide who goes into the bronze medal contest. So no score as yet. We're into the last minute. Neto and Delgado. Oh, that was neat. Yeah, well spotted there. Yeah, she felt that one coming and took advantage of a poor position from Delgado. She was a little bit slow to see the danger there. And she ended up getting caught. A very good afternoon to Neil Adams. Good afternoon, Neil.
Yeah, good afternoon, Sheldon.
How are you doing? You might need to just get a little bit closer. This morning they were belly aching that they couldn't hear me, but that's nice. Yeah, Delgado just got caught there for that Yuko. Neto caught her nicely as she just hung around a little bit too much in that danger position and had her feet taken away from her. Anyway, she only ended up giving up a Yuko, but there's so little time left that the likelihood of her being able to get anything back is pretty slim. And up until that point, it was Delgado who had the advantage, having not picked up any penalties, but Neto now, with that single score, is going to take it. She'll fight for the bronze medal. I'll tell you quickly, the final of the under 52 kilo category is between two Kosovans.
Wow.
Kelmendi and Krasnicki.
Well, that was kind of half expected, wasn't
Yeah,
it, in a
yeah,
way? We kind
yeah.
of looked at it yesterday, and two training partners
Yeah.
training together, and yeah, I mean, junior world champion against world champion. So for me, obviously, the junior always tends to kind of give to the senior, don't they? But whether she'll give it a really good go in the final,
I hope she does. I mean, it'd be a real shame for her to just roll over and play dead. But we've seen that there are certain countries who the coaches just disappear and hide because they know it's going to be a smack 'em up, bash up thing. Like the two Germans get out there, it's carnage. If Karl Richard Frey has to fight Dimitri Peters, it's one that Detlef Olsch doesn't want to look at because he knows it's going to be a punch up. Whereas I'm not going to shy away from it. We've had instances where we've had the two Russians fighting and one's come out and said, "Oh, that was a slip," and he cleaned the roof with his feet or something.
yeah, not
So-
always as we would like the fights to be. We're never quite sure what we're going to get, are we? Sometimes
Yeah.
you have a real battle royal, and at other times you don't. But it's funny though. It's a funny atmosphere here, isn't it? It's not a funny atmosphere, but it's an atmosphere of it all beginning again. I was thinking.
I mentioned that this morning that you had said that because something came out that was absolutely clear. He doesn't want us to mention his name. Udo Kvelmals is up there. Yeah. So it's too late. Your name is out. We had to mention it, and having mentioned it, Neil's going to say hello to you. And so that's the best way to do it. Hang on.
So I'd just like to say a big hello to our former Olympic and world champion.
Udo.
Yeah,
Yes,
Udo.
yes,
I
yes.
got to get it right.
Neil, all good, nice to see you, and I don't want to disturb your busy commentating here. And who is at the? I can't see at the moment. Okay.
Against Argentina.
Why I led it to you because you're the man. 1 second.
Thank you very much. Nice to see you. Thank you very much.
Nice to see you, though. Is this the young Mr. Kvelmals? Really? Oh, he's got his son here, and Mrs. Kvelmals is here. Nice to see you. Hey, big man, what's up? No worry. We're always glad to have guests up here. Yeah, the nice thing about Udo is he's always shy. He's always like, you shouldn't really be somewhere, or you shouldn't come and say hello or whatever.
Well, that's a remarkable thing. A great champion as well. Two-time world champion, Olympic champion.
Super, yeah.
Wow.
Nice effort here from Les Gentils, just putting the pressure on. The reason that this contest has still got 2 minutes to run is that Sheriff Lopez, the Spanish fighter, had to change her gi, so that took a bit of time. Oh, sorry, the t-shirt got ripped, so they had to come off, and they can't do it on the mat edge, so they had to go all the way out to the warm-up area. So that took a bit of time. So that's why this contest is a little bit delayed, and that's why the others are having to wait. They're going to run all the semi-finals all together, and it's only 1:45. We've got plenty of time.
But you said that the under 52's already sorted.
The under 52 semi-final is, they're doing them by weight categories. So we've got the last 52 repechage contest. The other repechage contest was there, and the 2 semi-finals in the middle. So that was 52 done. This is a hangover. And then what will happen is we'll have all 57s, 2 repechage contests, and then the 2 semi-finals in the middle. Marty Malloy is going to face Tamaoki Momo of Japan, and it'll be Tama Montero to face Udaka Nae. And you get a feeling of the old and the new. I'm not sorry to say Malloy and Montero, but they have been around for a medal. Every time she, gets a tumble somewhere.
Well, and also she was the world #1 for so long.
Absolutely.
And, I think she had a little bit of bad luck as well, didn't she? You can see that the Japanese, tactically here, they've got 2 Japanese out there, and obviously just really putting out a lot of youngsters just in this tournament. Yeah.
Both of them, Udaka and Tamaoki, they're going to be the bodies around at 57. They've got another fighter there waiting in the wings as well, Deguchi Krista. So maybe she'll be in the mix, because this will undoubtedly be the last that we'll see of Matsumoto. Legentile coming up with slightly off the other side score there, but she's not going to worry about it. Picks up Wazari, and that's a nice lead with a minute left to go. Yeah, so that's Neil's point that he made not only yesterday off air, but just as he came on here, about this is the beginning of the cycle for Tokyo, oddly enough. We haven't finished the Rio cycle, but he's absolutely right. There are fighters here for whom these are the first points to be scored to help them when that next cycle begins immediately after Rio. They'll already be on the ranking list. They'll look for their place to be seeded, gather more points, go up the ranking list, go to various tournaments and what have you. So there's all that to come.
This is where it all starts, isn't it? Now, directly after Olympic qualifications all finished, then the next events, all about putting youngsters out and starting the whole process. But
here's a beauty for you. This is where it all starts. I think that's terrific, because Endo Hiromi, who will probably end up as she was cadet world champion, junior world champion, and she's in the final here. She just defeated the #1 seed, Tassiana Lima of Guinea-Bissau, who's going to the games. One of the top 10 fighters in the world. She just knocked her off fairly easily. Gentile may squeeze out an Osaikomi here as well, just to make matters worse. She won the Cadet World Championships in 2009 in this venue.
oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
So, and next year's World Championships are here in Budapest. So if she wins here, Jack's going to ask her, I'm going to persuade Jack Winneman to go and ask her in the interviews afterwards whether she likes this venue or not, because could be next year
her,
World Championships.
Oh,
If she takes that, sets herself up in the driving seat for Tokyo 2020. It's a long way off, but Neil, I'll come back to Neil's point. It must start somewhere. This is where it starts. It starts right here with the chance of points.
Well, we've got a British team here as well, that a lot of youngsters out there and being blooded, and I often say that it's very important. Obviously, they've got to be able to maintain the pressures of a tournament of this level, but it's very important that they get blooded early and that they can get the feel of world-class fighters. I mean, the nice thing about this, a lot of the youngsters out against people that are going to be going to the Olympic Games, Olympic possibilities.
Yeah. There's a nice mix here, but just enough. I mean, it's weighted towards it's heavily weighted towards the new people coming in and at the lower end, but there's such a nice sprinkling of high quality fighters, and you're seeing that as we get towards the business end of the day, that there's that hint in the air. Can there be an upset? Is there something special that's going to happen? Well, we'll see. I think there was one earlier on, just the one, but most of it has gone to plan. We're going to watch the contest between.
Well, you've got a choice, haven't you?
Yeah.
Malloy or Tamaoki?
Malloy and Tamaoki, or Montero and Udaka, and we haven't seen Montero fight for so long. So even though I said we were going to stick on mat 2, we are going to go to mat number 3. That was Safo Choban of Germany and Novavova of Turkmenistan. But we're watching the contest between Tomo Montero of Portugal in white, Udaka Nae of Japan in blue. If you want to see the contest between Martin Malloy and Tamaoki Momo, just click on 2. You'll be able to watch that. And those of you that want to watch Ebba Glass of Sweden and Joanna Müller of Germany, you can click on 4. So we're rather relaxed at the moment.
Yeah,
with,
well, two good
with the choices.
Finals, you know, just at the same time always happens, doesn't it? Martin Malloy, of course, going for a second Olympic medal at the next Olympic Games, 3rd place in London, but she's fighting Tamaoki. Tamaoki, the up-and-coming Japanese fighter, would you say?
Yeah, although I think at 57, the depth that the Japanese have in young fighters is going to prove a little bit too much for her. Udaka has already won one world title. You've got Deguchi Krista, who's in there, and I think the scary one for them, whose name we haven't mentioned yet, was already a cadet and junior world champion at 57. So she could be in there and cause more of a problem. I think that's where I would go with the choice for the Japanese. One of those 3, and maybe not Tamaoki. I know it sounds a bit odd, but you've got Yoshida, who gets the pick over Matsumoto. Matsumoto is only a few places ahead of her, but you know you're going to go with the current Olympic champion, aren't you? And double world champion. So Matsumoto and Yoshida, and then there's Udaka, who's
former world champion,
who we're watching now, and then my pick is Yamamoto Anzu for later on. That is real quality. And we haven't even come as far down as...
how nice to have that amount of depth.
Yeah.
You know, we see them put them out all the time, don't we? Just all these Japanese fighters, young Japanese team here. And, well, Sheldon said to me at the beginning of the day, he said, you watch them, they're going to clean up here. They'll get a load of medals and make it right.
I think what happens is there are certain, and for me it's more with the women. The gap as you go further down gets bigger and bigger with the women. The women have a lot of depth. If you send the Japanese number 6, you know, he gets found out. You know, you can't go that far down. Whereas the Japanese could send their number 5 or 6 in certain weight categories and still compete at the very highest level in the women, not the men. You can't send the Japanese number 6 and expect to fight, you know, Peters and Fry and those guys in 100 kilos. No way. They can just about manage it with their number 1s. You know, so the men don't appear to have the same. They've got numbers, but they don't have the quality in the depth. Whereas the women, you know, I mean, we can see it here. You know, you're going to see Malloy, you're going to see Montero. These are high-quality players who are going to find it tough against the number 3 or 4 Japanese or the number 1 or 2 junior. The women really have something that little bit special.
I think Montero having a real problem here.
She's been off for so long, hasn't she?
She has. She's just off the pace. How often have we seen it when they come back into an event and then they're off the pace, pick up the Shidos? I remember we saw it, didn't we, with DeCos when she came back after her Olympic title. She wanted to do a year afterwards. And there it is, look at that, that's a Wazari. Beautiful Wazari there from Udaka. Osoto, and whips.
She got whipped
Montero.
over, didn't she?
She
Yeah.
really did. Montero just manages to stop the Ippon. So Udaka all over Montero, just 3 seconds left, and it looks like she's going to go through to the final.
8 months she's been off for. There are a couple of things that won't hurt her too much. There'll be a little bit of pride that she got slapped over by Udaka, but the thing is, she's got another fight, you know, and it's the next fight that's going to be important for her, because she's going to want to get out there, have another bash, you know, and really give it something.
Well, I think it's important that people know that there is a lot of fighters here that are here just to pick up as many contests as they can.
Yeah.
Just to, you know, preparation for the
It was nice at the end, wasn't it? You know, Udaka, you know, put her arm around her, and she knows who she's fighting. Udaka knows the quality of the fighter, but she's also probably aware of the length of time that she's been out. There's no way that Japanese are going to put her on the mat and not tell her exactly what's gone on. So she, you know, she gave her that kind of, that's okay, I understand, you know, it's not going to happen every week like this, but...
Well, it's going to be an all-Japanese final there.
Is indeed.
Malloy, yeah, just lost 2 Shidos to 1.
Yeah, so we won't have to jump to any mats, as Neil just said. Malloy losing out by 2 Shidos to 1 to Tamauki. It'll be Tamauki and Udaka. And as we've seen with the Japanese, that'll be a bang-em-up contest. They're just going to leave that to them. Right, let's have a look at the... We're really only going to concentrate on the semi-finals. You've got the choice at home of watching Tina Trsteniak of Slovenia, the world number 1 and current world champion. She's up against Amy Livesey of Great Britain, or Katharina Hecker of Australia. She faces Nabekura Nami of Japan. We're going to stick to map number 2. Current world champion Tina Trsteniak. She's up against Amy Livesey. It'll be Trsteniak in white, Livesey in blue, and there's another British fighter down on mat number 1, Lucy Renshaw. She's in the repechage contest against Szabo Francisca of Hungary. That's on mat number 1. And then down on mat number 4, Sandrine Billier of Belgium faces Estefania Garcia of Ecuador. Here's Neil with Trsteniak and Livesey.
Well, Trsteniak, you never quite know what you're going to get, do you? I mean, at first we saw her start to dominate the category, and then we saw her lose a couple, which kind of surprises everybody in the manner of which she lost them. Then came back, beat everybody again, and I wonder whether she has the ability to... I mean, she definitely has the ability to win the Olympic gold medal, Trsteniak, but will it all go right? You know what the Olympic Games is like. It can go all terribly wrong, but it'll be interesting here to see how Amy Livesey fights her. Yuko there, straight away for Trsteniak.
There's so much going for Trsteniak. She does not now have the pressure of being the first Slovenian, you know, female with the opportunity to win a gold medal. That's gone because she's got that that card, if you like, in the chair. You know, she's got Urška Zolnja. She's got good coaching staff in Fabian Marian. She's got that whole Slovenian setup, which is quite heavily weighted towards, you know, preparing, you know, high quality female judoka. There is Fabian in the chair. So there are lots of pluses for Trsteniak, not least of all, she's demonstrated that she can beat everybody in the world, go in there as world number 1, which Zolnja didn't do. Urška Zolnja, they didn't go in there as the world champion or as the world number 1. Trsteniak is actually in a slightly better position.
It'll be quite amazing, actually, if he gets 2 Olympic champions back-to-back, won't it?
In the same weight category.
Absolutely, yeah, amazing.
There's no taking away from him, though. He can produce, you know, and they're branded with a similar kind of style. I was pointing this out to someone the other day. Krasnicki doesn't fight like Kelmendi. And Zhakova doesn't fight like either of the two, but they're all from his club. But he produces, different fighters, whereas, when you've seen one Fabian Marion fighter, you've seen them all. You're not going to get anything different.
Well, they're fighters, aren't they? Tristan, they're just doing enough. Look how aggressive she is.
Yeah.
She's just so aggressive with it. Got a handful with Amy Livesey, though. Livesey doing well. Just a Yuko down, 1 minute 52 in the semi-final.
Just in the last year, maybe year and a half, I thought that Tursteniak was beginning to shake off that label of being, Slovenian. She came up with a few different things and did a few different things, and I think that was also down to the coach to say, hey, we don't want to be branded and seen, and everybody knows exactly what we're doing. You're going to have to pick up a few different things and add them to your repertoire.
Well, that was a close one there. Amy Livesey on the attack there. Tristan had to twist out. So not giving up easily. 1 minute 19 seconds left. Well, she's not just rolling over, not by any means here, is she? She's really giving it a good fight, Amy Livesey.
And Lucy Renshaw did as well earlier on. She only lost by a single score. That was a nice little turn there, wasn't it? It didn't really come off, but you could see the thinking, and maybe in the next couple of weeks you'll get sharper with that and to bang someone over in the Olympics with it. You watch.
That's what we want at this stage with the young boys. Oh my goodness, that was very close there. I was going to say, you want to see them on the attack and being competitive, and Tristan there had to somersault out there to avoid that. 35 seconds left, and Livesey going forward.
Tap of Ashley was there, almost at the Ashley Barrai there, but Justin ended up being a little bit more solid on her feet than we may have expected.
Well, left against right, right-handed Livesey. Going extreme left there, 12 seconds, and she's on the retreat now. Well, I think it's going to be all over, but that was a really close one there from Livesey. Penalty right at the death there, but it won't make it.
Oh, she's gone for it! Whoa!
Well, that was close, wasn't it? It really was.
Just a little bit of a turn, and a Yuko would have done it because of the penalty picked up there. Got herself into a really good attacking position there.
Yeah, really went on the attack there, and when you consider that Tristan will definitely be contesting the Olympic title, and
current world champion. Yeah. That's the second time today that a British fighter has given up one score and lost just on the single score.
Amazing, yeah. Livesey as well was going for the win. It was a terrific performance from her, and she'll be fighting for third place now. She'll go straight back down
into the bronze medal match. I mean, it'll be two. I mean, Lucy Renshaw has just taken the contest down on mat number 1 against Jabo Francisca. So you're going to have two British fighters fighting out for the bronze medal matches. You can have both the girls on there. They could both end up 5th. That's not a bad effort from them. I was impressed with those two performances. Dennis Stewart was in the chair for Amy Livesey. Well, they're not hanging around this time. They've come straight off the mountain, and we've got the men now in the under 60 kilo category. The number 1 seed, Sharafuddin Lutfilayev of Uzbekistan, faces Otar Bestayev of Kyrgyzstan, and then on mat 2 it'll be Cedric Revol of France to face Aoki Dai of Japan. We're going to stick with Lutfilayev of Uzbekistan, given that he's the number 1 seed. And unfortunately for him, he won't be going to the games because his teammate, Iobek Rozboyev, is ahead of him. He's going to go
szintén 60 kg-ban. Fehérben Péter Muszkiek, Azerbajdzsán, két judoruhában a Barka Ágos, Magyarország.
Yeah, they've got depth, haven't they, in boxing in this category, under 60 kilograms.
Yeah. Where is Udo Kvelmals at the moment? You know, is he?
Well, it was nice, wasn't it, to see Udo just after so long. Of course, he was in the UK for quite some time.
Where is he? Where is he? Is he coaching somewhere now? Or I don't know. I should have asked
I heard
him.
he was at school and he was teaching.
Oh, yeah, in schools, yeah. When they finish their cricket careers as another sport, lots of schools take them up because there is, high-level cricket in a lot of schools, especially if you grammar or public schools. We don't have that outlet, you see. If we had, judo in the UK as part of the curriculum, there would be a requirement for many, many more judo teachers. Such a shame because there isn't that employment opportunity. It's not widespread. I know that there are some areas that have some, judo in schools, but there's not really going to make a living there, can you?
Not really.
Well, not a good one anyway. Yeah.
Somebody's going to go here.
Yeah. Oh.
These two are just hooking up and ready to explode. I've seen him a few times, Bestia, and he's got some really good and unusual pickups, scooping underneath the armpits. But so is Lutfiliev, and Lutfiliev can throw as well.
I like him. He's a nice fighter. He's got there's a degree of flexibility in his movement as well. That's sort of real Eastern block. There's a left Uchimata that just misses out there.
They're both looking for their grip underneath the armpits. Just see a big, massive hip on there from Muskiev against Barca of Hungary.
Down on map 4 in the repechage contest, that puts Muskiev into the bronze medal match. I think he's hurt his elbow a little bit in executing that technique. Flex it and get some feeling back into it, the right kind of feeling. He's got the wrong feeling at the moment. That was down on mat number 4, Ilgar Mushkiev of Azerbaijan, another fighter who's in there in the top 10, but won't be going because they've got Orkan Safarov.
Again, depth in the lighter weight categories. The other semi-final, Revolt of France against Aoki of Japan in this under 60 kilos. Just one Shido against Revolt.
He keeps going for that left Uchimata, doesn't he?
He's got a lovely left Uchimata. Yeah. He's got to watch the pickup though, because and
to get turned, yeah.
The counter as well.
Yeah. He catches him this time. Bestayev hasn't seen the end of it. He fancies that he turned him over. Well, he hadn't actually, because he ends up getting turned himself. So he couldn't possibly come up with a score. He's gesticulating and everything, but it's either Lutfiliev's score or no score at all. For me, Lutfiliev. And now the coach is now getting desperate. He realises, hang on a minute, let's not beg for a score for ourselves.
Well, I agree with Bestiev though. I don't think it was a score. I agree with you. And I think sometimes just a little bit too ahead, aren't they, really, with some of the refereeing decisions.
Yeah, so they take that one away. Yeah. So no score then. Bestayev still leading with that single yuko, but there's plenty of time, and given the nature of Lutfiliev, we know he's going to be putting the foot down.
Well, absolutely. He's going to come forwards now. Looking for the Uchimata all the time. I think it's going to be a switch to the other flank that will catch Bestiev.
He's got that little Kouchi as well that I think could be dangerous if he really commits to it. He sells him first with the Uchimata, and then he was looking, wasn't he?
Just looking for the Uchimata just one time too often, I think.
Yeah.
Bestiev definitely has a measure of it.
Single Yuko in lead, minute 20 odd.
Needs to go over to the other flank. You know, it's just plugging away all the time, like going down the left wing all the time.
Yeah, and Bestiev can see it coming. Nothing new now. A single penalty, and that's not going to help Lutfilayev at this point.
Yeah, he noted as well. It's a minute's work just to hold on to this.
He hasn't got that switch that we saw Turstenyak attempt, where she attempted the Tatami was on the other side. A nice change of direction. Everything's one-sided here. Everything's over on that left side.
I have told a lot of people actually that we're doing the commentary, the joint commentary for the evening session, but of course, because it's a two-feed competition here, it's only on over 2 days. We have two different broadcasts that we're going to be doing, but it's back to normal, I think, in Mongolia.
Time's running out for Lutfilayev here. Bestiev has worked a little bit of a con on him, I think. Giving him some kind of belief that he was being shaken up by the Uchimata Kouchi possibilities, when really didn't happen.
Well, this is it, 1 second to go. He's going to get a third penalty. He should get a third penalty there. And I'm really surprised that he didn't get it. He just dropped onto his hands and knees. Whether it's 1 second before
Give
the
it.
end, they've got to give it.
Well, it's going to be Bestiev of Kyrgyzstan in the final, and he'll face Aoki Dai of Japan, who's just defeated Cedric Revel of France by 2 Yugos. Well, disappointment for Lutfilayev. He couldn't work it out. 5 minutes to, try and find a way past the difficult Kyrgyzman, but it didn't happen. That means we can move smoothly into the under 66 kilo category setup. And the semi-finals are Rishad Sobirov of Uzbekistan. He faces Adrian Gombot of Slovenia. And then on mat number 3, it's Asari Masaya of Japan is up against Alexander Mariak of France. We're going to stay here on mat 2 to see, the double world champion at under 60 kilos. He's moved up to 66 now. Rishad Sobirov, and an Olympic bronze medalist. We've got plenty of pedigree.
Well, I think the thing about Sobirov is Sobirov can turn a contest on a dime, can't he? He can just switch a technique. It's a millimetre away from the ground. Looks like he's going to go over, and then he turns it. And he has that brilliant gymnastic ability to be able to do that.
His situation reminds me a little bit of Georgi Zantaraya, who, when he first went up from 60 to 66, got such a smacking that you thought, well, he's done now. He's Zantaraya.
To adapt to the weight, didn't
Yeah.
he? And I think Sobirov had more of a problem with it, actually. But
height-wise as well, because he didn't have the same. You see, at least Georgi had that little bit of height, but Sobirov's always been shorter than all the rest of them. I don't know whether that really comes into it, but he's considerably shorter, whereas Zantaraya just had to put on that little bit of weight, and he was struggling at 60 to keep the weight anyhow. So he must have been delighted to be able to eat.
It's a different balance, the whole thing is a different balance. You're throwing a different weight, proportion difference as well, and it makes such a difference.
Well, here he is now, comfortable at 66 kilos. Yeah, the other thing was that we know that the Uzbeks have got fighters at these weights, and he had to get past some of his teammates, and he eventually did. But I think the organisation, that their federation, fancied him in that spot if he could prove that he could do it. It was never going to. They were never just going to hand it to him. He had to be the better of the 2 or 3 fighters that they had in that weight category, and he ended up, proving that.
Well, he's got great change of direction as well, Soborov. Just watch out for his opportune stuff, because it's the stuff that Gombok, if he doesn't attack 100% commitment, he's going to pay the price here. Soborov has a change of direction, fights left, and then he goes Yoko Otoshi, so watch out for that. Tuck his head underneath the armpit, and he'll wait for the right moment.
Ashka Zolnia is in the chair for Adrian Gombots. I'm interested to see how they make that mix. Who gets who? Which of the fighters?
Well, they all must be working together, mustn't they, in that unit? Anybody that's ever gone there comes away saying it's the hardest physically that they've ever trained. I think it's a bit of a boot camp. It's a judo boot camp. That's putting it mildly. Well, he's trying to attack that front leg there of Gombok Soborov. And I still think it will be the Yoko Sutemiwaza, the Yoko Otoshi off to his left-hand side, that will score him, Soborov. All left at the moment, then he'll duck underneath at the right moment.
Asari Masaya of Japan has defeated Alexander Mariak of France, so it'll be Asari in the final. We just need to see whether it's going to be Gombots or Sobirov who comes up against the Japanese.
There'll be 3 Slovenians in semi-finals, all back-to-back. Jack Draxic just about to step out in the under 73 kilos semi-final.
Rocky's turn next.
Great indicator, actually, that their training is, well, you can see why they're here. They're here for as many matches as they can get.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody was ready to pick up there, and Soborov was just thinking of changing the direction. And I said that Gombok will have to really go in 100%, otherwise he will pay a big price.
Well, I leave Neil with the commentary. I'm just going to check on the Gambian, Fea Njia, because I haven't seen his name before. I want to get that right. I'll be straight back. Here's Neil.
So 1 minute 39 and just one Shido each. Rishik Soborov of Uzbekistan and Adrian Gombok of Slovenia. All evens here, 1 Shido each. Well, he tried the reverse Seanagi there, Gombok. Even the men tend to fight the same. They have the same physicality, and just keep going forwards all the time. Sheldon said they all have a particular style of fighting, the Slovenians. That's because they're all training together 24/7. And again, Soborov just looking to duck underneath that left side of Gombok. 2 Shidos now to Soborov, so he's just behind in this match. He knows that, he realizes that. We've only seen him drop to the other side just one time, Soborov. I think it's going to come now. 22 seconds left. One Shido behind. Gombach just needs to make sure a couple of good attacks, and he might just upset this. Christian Soborov attacks the leg again with the Kosoto and just manages to ride it, and Adrian Gombach of Slovenia looks like it's going to be their second finalist. Well, he got mugged there, didn't he? Soborov gets mugged, and he'll look at that and just think, well, what did I do wrong, really? It's just Shido's deciding the match, and never a good thing. The one thing I think that is going to be addressed after the Olympic Games is the amount of penalties and the regularity of the penalties deciding major matches, which is a crying shame, especially as we're after positive scoring opportunities. But congratulations there to Gombach. Slovenia, he goes through to the final.
And now the fight for men under 73
To semi-finals now in the under 73 kilograms. Here, Kamula of Ukraine versus Kanivets of Ukraine. So an all-Ukrainian semi-final, 5-minute contest. The other semi-final, Rok Draxic of Slovenia against Georgia, and I think what we'll do is because we've got definitely going to be Ukrainian in the final, we know that for sure, so let's go to Rok Draxic of Slovenia against Ketiashvili of Georgia, and Draxic is in white.
And down on mat number 4, I found out that it's Feir Yai. That's how you pronounce his name. And he's got no coach with him. He's just gone out there on his own. Imagine that.
Well, always difficult, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, you are. You're out on your own. But
It's not a bad little boy, actually. You know, he's given a good performance today. He's in with a shout. You never know where they're training, you see. They could be spending 6 months at the OTC, the Olympic Training Camp, and, you know, working with everybody. Or here in Budapest, you know, I mean, the IJF have got so many different places for them to go to.
well, that's a good thing, isn't it? You know,
Yeah.
that, we've got, I mean, one of the biggest problems, I think, for all of the judoka outside of the big countries with depth in the country is that they just haven't got training partners, no sparring partners, or lack of. I mean, for me, definitely, minimum was 35-minute randas a week, absolute minimum, and maximum before major tournaments, it was up to 75-minute randas in a week, and a lot of these are not getting that. In between competitions, lucky if they get 20.
Yeah, and the other thing is, what would the quality be?
Well, that's
You know.
another thing, and a really good point there, Sheldon, is of course quality. Brown belts and green belts at the club, I'm afraid, don't count. You know, not when you're talking this level. You know.
So, are you saying all those times you spanked me, it didn't count then?
That's different. I was always kind.
Nice comeback, nice comeback. It could have been a fitness thing, you know, just to have someone at the end of your arms.
Exactly what it was.
Single Shido picked up by Rok Draxic. There's plenty of time. Ketiashvili with a slight advantage at the moment. Reflected on the scoreboard, but more so from his demeanour. You can see it. He fancies this, doesn't he, the Georgian? Look.
Well, I was going to say, it's interesting to see some new Georgians out as well, isn't it? But same style. Look at the arm over the back there. There's no difference there, is there?
Rocky finding it a little bit difficult to move Ketiashvili there. He's just getting to that end of his career as well, isn't he? Draxic, 2 years ago.
Well,
Steaming.
especially, I mean, you know, they don't call him Rocky for nothing. You know, it's all out physicality for him. You know, to fight like that every single match is hard work, and it takes it out of you.
And he did all of those things. You look at his Grand Prix and Grand Slam list, the whole thing. He was so busy, almost like suffering some burnout. Oh,
Well, interesting, this
Yeah.
Kachishvili, because like you said, he really does fancy it. He's out here not realising, I think, what kind of level Draxic is.
yeah. I think this was a better one to have a look at. Draxic and Katsiashvili, Pomelu and Kanivets. We, as Neil said, we're going to see one of them anyway. And then the Yai Gorley contest down on mat number 4, the repechage contest there. It's Gorley of Sweden who leads by a single Yuko. Igor Vandka, slightly disappointing today. Almost got caught with the Ashi buzzer there.
Yeah, no, he's actually dominating this match here with the grips and just his posturing. The whole thing about the posturing, he really is just taking the fight to Draxic, and he's having a real problem here. Two penalties you can see, and that's almost a score there with that Ouchi, lovely Ouchi. Not quite, Draxic just manages to turn, but with 1 minute 37, has he got the puff to hold on? Because Draxic's going to come for him.
Naya has just scored Wazari down on mat number 4. The Gambian leading the Swede now with 1.5 minutes down there. That wasn't the strongest of Serenagi efforts ever, was it?
No, he's outpowered here, and you can see it just by the body language there. Katiashvili dominating. The only thing that would catch him is a Yoko Tatami or something just a little bit tricky from Draxic.
David Kevkishvili in the background there, shouting over the shoulder of Lasha Gojigiani, Jojoliani, the whole makeup of not only coaches but the technical staff of the Georgian group there.
Well, that's a great thing, isn't it, with the Georgians? There's the president of the Georgian Federation right in there.
Screaming like a nutcase, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, there he is, look. Being held down, he made a mistake. He was dominating the match, Katiashvili, and it was always going to be something tricky, a little bit of experience there from Draxic, and not always well known for their newaza, some of the Georgians.
Yeah, it was a pity, really. I mean, he'd done everything that he should have, and then right at the death, he makes, as Neil says, a simple error, and Rocky's in there like a hungry dog with a bone. He just grabbed hold of that and managed to steal it. He did, didn't he? He stole it from him in the end. Everything was looking good for
Yeah, he definitely
Katiashvili.
went against the run of play there, didn't it? Katiashvili was well ahead. Inexperience. I think Draxic will be glad that he won't be going to the Olympic Games.
No, but instead of Katsiashvili, it'll be the current Olympic champion at under 66 kilos, Lasha Shavdatuashvili, that he might have to come up against. He might fancy another go with Katsiashvili, given that he's just beaten him. So we've got a couple of contests still running at the moment. Let's go and do Yai the favour, because we mentioned him. He's down on mat number 4. Feya Naya Yai of Gambia. He's in the white judogi. Frederick Gorley of Sweden in blue. Gorley scored first with Yuko. Yai came back with Wazari, and it's now the Gambian leading and looking, tidy.
Yeah,
You know?
well, like you say, what an event. I mean, it is a Grand Prix event, and here he is. He might just be fighting for third place here, and he is. Yeah, he's just, the seconds have ticked away. Naya is going to be fighting for a bronze medal. So, world ranking points, and at one of the major events as well. It's not like
Winner
picking
of
up his
Tatami
own
1,
country.
he will be fighting for the bronze medal from Germany, Judo.
Well, we will bring you all of the action at 5 o'clock. Let's just say goodbye properly here. We'll be back in, what is it now, two and a half hours. We'll just tidy up our sheets here, and then we can run through who the finalists are. Let's do the under 60 kilo category for men. Ota Bastayev of Kyrgyzstan will face Aoki Dai of Japan. That's the final of the under 60 kilo category. You want to say anything about Bastayev now?
No, well, I mean, you know, always dangerous. So you can never tell, can you, which way that's going to go. But it will be an all-out open contest, you know, because they'll both be going for it. So that would be a good thing. It's not me sitting on the fence. I mean, I don't know the fighters that deeply, you know, but you know, from what I've seen, it's going to be all-out attacking.
Yeah, I look forward to that one. And then we've got Richard Sobirov of Uzbekistan to face Asari Masai of Japan in the under 66 kilo category. Asari, I have to admit, haven't seen a great deal of him.
And again, you know, I'm going to go for experience here. I think Soborov's going to have too much for him, and I don't think it's going to be easy. And I think he'll just catch him with one of his tricky little things, you know, a little bit like we saw with Draxler just now.
Right, we're going to hang on for the under 73 kilo category because I didn't get to see whether it was Kanivets or Homela.